So I just got a brand new order on eBay for a Lego set, and I figured I would go ahead and do a video and show you guys exactly how I package up, box up, go through the eBay workflow and actually ship the set, what kind of labeling I'm using, and just kind of everything in between. So if you're a beginner just getting into eBay shipping, this video is going to be for you. If you're someone that's maybe been doing it for a long time and you just want to see how I do it, stick around and I'll show you my exact workflow on shipping Lego sets, but really any collectible or anything on eBay, really. So the set we're shipping today is going to be the Tron Legacy set number 21314. Really nice set. This actually retired in 2019, I believe. It's sealed, new in box. Really good condition. I believe I purchased this for about $25 in 2019, and I just sold this for right around $90 with shipping included. So not a bad investment there. So the first place we're gonna start is we wanna make sure this is obviously very protected when we box it up. So I always try to wrap my retired sealed sets in bubble wrap. Now you can use bigger bubbles than this. I think a 1/4 inch bubble wrap is going to be even that much more protective, especially for collectibles, but I try to use just something basic, especially for a set like this, just to make sure that it does have the protection that it needs. I don't need anything too crazy as far as bubble wrap for a set like this, but just something to give it a little extra pad when it's shipping. I am going to go ahead and link all the different supplies that I use for my shipping. I use the Amazon Basics tape. I use fragile stickers, which you can get on Amazon, the bubble wrap. Everything will be linked down below. Those will be affiliate links, so if you want to help out the channel as well, that is much appreciated. But we're going to go ahead and tape that up. I'm going to cut a little bit of the excess off here on the sides. Just get that trimmed up so we don't have too much bubble wrap. All right, and then I'm just going to tape this around the edges. Obviously, when you're selling a retired sealed set, people want it to be in great condition. The corners in good condition as possible, unless you're selling it with damage. So we want to make sure this gets to the buyer in great condition. So there you have it. We have a nice protected sealed set. The corners are really nice protected with the tape and the extra bubble wrap. So everything looks really good there. I was gonna try to fit the set in a 10 by 8 by 6 box, but it was a little bit too tight inside the box itself. And typically you want a little bit of space around the box, so that way you're not having anything crush, and then that actually affect the set as well. So I'm gonna go with a little bit of a bigger box. It might be a little bit too big, but it's all I have. It's a 14 by 10 by 6, again, coming from Amazon. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get the box put together. You want to make sure you're using good sturdy boxes so that these sets again get to where they need to go in good condition. That's going to go inside the box there. Now we've got all this extra room. What do I typically do? So sometimes I will use the air bubbles, something like this, to actually fill that extra space. You can use these if I have them on hand. Most of the time, and I've got an extra roll here, I'm going to use this brown packing paper. That's what I'm going to use most of the time to actually fill all this space in here. So here is a bunch of brown packing paper that I'm just going to put in here. And I'm going to kind of put it around the set and make sure that the set is not going to move around a whole bunch. So that's kind of what it looks like. It's got all that kind of air filled, so it'll move around a little bit, but it's not going to really move around all that much. We're going to close that up. We're going to then make sure this is nice and sealed. And there you have it. You can hear that there's not much moving around in there. It's pretty sealed tight. It's going to get to its destination and shouldn't have any damage when it gets there, which is good. If you want to, like I said, I have fragile stickers. Sometimes if the set's very expensive, I'll throw a couple on the box in different areas. Doesn't mean that they're going to take care of it, but at least puts it on their radar that, hey, something a little bit nicer might be in here, just to keep them aware to be a little bit more careful with the box, hopefully. So we've got everything packaged up nicely. Now we're going to head over to my desk and actually look at the workflow of purchasing the label, printing it off, putting it on the box itself, etc. If you're enjoying the video and this is helpful at all, do me a favor, throw a like on the video. It really helps out the channel. And if you like this type of stuff, tutorials, information about Lego investing, or just Lego content in general, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified anytime a video pops up. Okay, so we're here at my desk, and now I'm gonna show you some of the eBay workflow to buy the label, print it, all those different details on the eBay side, and I'll show you some of the equipment I use as well. Now, first things first, we actually have to weigh the package to see exactly how much it weighs. I got this little scale here that I will, again, link some scales down below. But we've got my package here, and you'll see that I wrote Tron on the package. Sometimes I'm shipping a lot of packages, so it's helpful just to kind of note which set you actually put in here so you're not sending out the wrong package. We're gonna set it right on the scale. This, unfortunately, shows in grams, but it is 669 grams, and then all I'll do is typically just type that into a grams to ounces calculator on my phone, and that'll give me the weight of the package. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug 669 grams into the converter, which will give me 24 ounces. Now, once we've got our weight, we know our weight is 24 ounces, we know our dimensions are 14 by 10 by 6. We can go ahead and head into the eBay platform. Once we get to the eBay platform, we're gonna go ahead and hit sell. And that's gonna bring up all our orders, our entire dashboard with all the orders that we have that we need to fulfill. Now, when we go to our orders, we find the order that we're looking for. In this specific place, we're looking for Tron Legacy. And we're gonna hit purchase shipping label right over to the left of that. Once we hit purchase shipping label, it's gonna bring up the whole dashboard to give us all the details on the shipping and how to purchase it. And eBay, a lot of times, will have discounts with the different carriers for the shipping. So the first thing we're gonna do, you'll see up top here, we've got package. So we're gonna clear out pounds, and we're just gonna type in 24 ounces into the ounces box, and that's gonna give us 1 pound, 8 ounces. We're gonna type in our dimensions right to the right of that, 14 by 10 by 6. And then once we do that, that's gonna give us all the options with USPS, FedEx, and UPS. So we can actually go through those and see the different details. So we'll see USPS is $8.20, UPS is $8.40, but we do get $100 included insurance coverage. And then FedEx is gonna be $13.23. FedEx is typically the most expensive that I've found most of the time. Sometimes it isn't, just depending on location, but a lot of times it is the most expensive. But we've got USPS is a little bit cheaper, 20 cents cheaper, but at the same point in time, we are not getting that $100 in coverage that we would get with UPS. So I'll typically pay just a little bit more to get the better shipping with UPS, as well as get the $100 in insurance coverage that is included. Now over here to the right, they've already auto-populated the customer's details that they put in when they made the purchase. We've got our own details that are on our account for the return address. Now before we hit purchase shipping label, there's a couple additional options here that it shows. One of the options is require signature at delivery. So typically the only time I'm doing this is if the purchase is somewhere between $600 and above. Obviously, I want to be more sure that it gets into the right hands if it's that expensive a set. Some of you may want to do that for even a cheaper set, but $600 or above is typically what I'm adding on the require signature. Now, there's no option for extra insurance right here because it's not over $100 and we've got $100 included. But if the value of the package is over $100, a lot of times they'll give you the option to add extra insurance, and typically there's a few dollars cost to that, but you can add extra insurance to make the full value of the item covered. Typically, I'm not adding insurance again until it's maybe $300-400 plus, and then I'll probably add insurance on the item. And most of the time, I'll add insurance first, and then only on the real high dollar items do I add insurance plus the signature. But we've got printable label, shipping format, or you can do QR code. I always do printable label. And then we've got hit purchase shipping label. So we're gonna click purchase shipping label, and that's gonna give us not too bad a shipping cost of $8.40 with UPS. So I hit print label, and I've got a little printer here, but most of the time for my eBay shipments, I'm just using this thermal printer here with the printable labels, and they can just stick right onto the box itself. Really nice. So I'm going to show you what this looks like when it prints off. I'm going to click print on the eBay website, and that actually just prints out your label right there. We've got a full label. We can just tear it off like that. So now we can simply just peel our label off, and then we can just slap it right on the package like so, and boom, we are ready to go with a shipped package. So there it is. We have a package ready to ship.